I don't think I've talked with this guy. I don't remember talking to a guy wearing that teal.
Ah,
Blue?
a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
What does that mean? I mean, isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek art and architecture?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Tell me about the city's architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas. And the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
They bring water into the city. Could we possibly use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Of course.
I'm looking for this damn plaques. Do you know a way out of here?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing.
Well, I like my
anyway.
Virgil. What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god. But I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
Those are dangerous thoughts, my friend. How exactly do you remove a god from
Good
power?
question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
I see. Oh!
And when you grow up in the north,
Wait.
as I did in the city of
It's definitely
Marcus,
Rufus.
you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
You know what? Good for you. So am I supposed to play matchmaker between Virgil and Rufus?
In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti? Hint hint, it's Rufus.
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Oh, I think I already know who it is.
Really? Who is it?
It's Rufus. I found an incomplete letter to you in his house.
You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it?
Not yet.
I would talk to him myself, but I think that would just inflame the situation. It's probably best if you do it, if you don't mind.
Alright, it looks like I'm going to be playing matchmaker for
Nice
Virgil
to
and
talk to you.
Rufus. I don't know. I think Rufus has a thing for Virgil, and it's just his way of... Right, Mr. Sinner.
You
Yes,
again.
me again. Don't sound so annoyed. Are you the one threatening Virgil?
No idea what you're talking about?
I know it was you. I found an incomplete letter to him in your quarters.
I haven't been at my best lately. I know that. It's the rheumatism. It starts with constant pain in all your joints. Then the pain starts to mess with your head. Makes you angry, mean. I know that's not an excuse for how I acted. But it's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again. And I know I said I owe you one. So I'll leave him alone from now on. It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway. I was just lashing out. I'm going to go and clean up the graffiti. Just forget this ever happened. Will you?
Alright, no problem. Ah, I thought that was his way of, I don't know, that's his way of showing that he liked Virgil or something. I was kind of hoping that it would lead to something like that.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important. Any news about my secret admirer? Have you spoken to him about it?
Yep, and he won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? How did you manage that?
Oh, you know, I found a treatment for his rheumatism, which was making him agitated and compounding some other personal issues.
I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
Happy to help. I think he wants to help clean up his graffiti too.
Really? That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Well, that's not
Nice to talk to you.
That's not the ideal first date, but might just work. Alright. Let's go find the Greek plaque near the Temple of Demeter. Let's just track that and...
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing
Oh.
today?
I'm sad.
Why is he in the
Am I going to
cage?
die in here?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new magistrate will be kinder than Sentius and let you out.
I hope so. Galerius, what happens when you die?
You're not going to die anytime soon, Dooley.
My mother told me, when you die, a ferryman helps you cross a river and your spirit lives on in the underworld. Is that true?
Well, yes, but...
Is it true that if you were good, you get to go to Elysium, but if you were bad, you get punished forever and ever in Tartarus?
something like that, but...
If I die and go to Tartarus because they say I've been bad?
I'm not going to let that happen to you, Dooley. I promise.
Thank you, Galerius. Thank you.
Now, I have more work to do, but I'll visit you again soon, alright?
Alright, Galerius. See you then.
Okay, Galerius. Sorry I was snooping.
Hello?
Yeah, about the Greek plaque in your cell. Can I have
You
it?
like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
May I please have it?
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and
But it would
I'd
make me
be
really,
sad.
really happy. I need it for something really important. Okay, he's not gonna give it
Oh.
away.
It's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
Alright, what's it going to take for you to give it to me?
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
I guess I'll talk to the magistrate about getting you out of here.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Then I don't want Malleolus to win, but fine. Maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
Can we get Galerius to run? So all I need to do is persuade everyone to vote for Galerius.
Yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque and everyone will be happy.
Huh. That'd be interesting.
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get Galerius to run. What did you do?
I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Oh, is this Theseus' handiwork again? Did somebody think you were going to steal? I bet Theseus is involved.
But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liability?
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you? You think you could read it for me?
Magistrate Sentius to Deulius, I am writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens. I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated, should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say?
I mean, can't he just hire a guard or something to watch over him instead? That seems kind of harsh, just putting him in a cage to live out the rest of his life. What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find out what it unlocks. He's not going to give it to me.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust.
Oh, you don't trust me?
But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
Okay, that's fair. Let me talk to the magistrate about getting you out.
Galerius,
Okay, we've had this conversation already. I'll be going
Bye-bye.
now. Nice to meet you, Dooley.
Hello. Have we met before?
Yeah, man. We kind of met a few
Do you
minutes
just
ago.
love springtime?
I did not do it. Oh, I have 2 bows now. Now, oh, I forgot about, what's his name? Ulpius. I think there's some additional dialogue we can use now that maybe would prevent him from jumping off the cliff. What's this? Anything here? Oh, money! The thing is, will there be a dialogue that will actually let me buy Yulia and Ulpius's freedom from Malleolus once I get to, I think it's 2,000 denarii per person?
Salve, friend. Welcome to life under the... Alright, well, it was...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get...
That's the idea.
What?
Why do you think?
I know. Please just think this through. If you do...
I'm sorry, but I...
Please,
Alright.
help him.
Yep, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please,
Is this what Scintilla would want?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned
Well,
it to
you
anyone.
kind of mentioned it last time, but you'd never believe me if I told you.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help solve your problem.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning.
Except she's...
If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
Except now, Lucretia was able to get some Sylphium in time to save her life. He's going to be fine.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off
Okay, it's
both of our
2,000 for
debts.
both of them. No, but I could probably raise the money if you give me some time.
No.
Oh no. Oh, come on.
I am out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I can't believe he went through... I'll have to let him, and I'd best pray for...
Let's talk with Octavia.
I hope you're coping.
What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labour for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber. hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Let's hope so. Let's talk about something else.
If you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such
That is
rumors,
bullshit.
but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Yeah, it's definitely a scam.
Oh, I see. Well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm sorry I even suggested it. I won't make that mistake again.
What do you think about the golden rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
That's arguable. I don't think so. I think people are fundamentally good. Seems that way to me. I'm having a dilemma here myself.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
There's going to be some intervention, alright.
I wish I shared your faith.
Oh, ye of little faith. So you're a Christian?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
I'm looking for a Roman plaque that was removed from the obelisk. Can you tell me where that is?
Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have, I couldn't in good conscience give it to you. That's all I'll say.
Wait, why? No, I'm not gonna threaten her. That's quite defensive of her. It makes me suspect her, actually. Fair enough.
Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying... Oh, so soon? Well,
Okay, the game wants me to follow her. Your distance. Not following you. Like a goddamn stalker. I feel like such a stalker right now. Okay, I managed to follow her here. This locked door. Bread. I'm not gonna steal bread. Love your enemies and pray for them. Oh, I guess this is her private safe spot to do her worships. You know, so other people won't find out. And you know, Christians were really persecuted during this age. Can I... Okay, it's climbable. There we go. There it is. 1 down, 3 to go. Is this gonna break the golden rule if I end up talking to her? I'm curious.
What are you doing here? Please leave. I said,
Okay.
please leave.
Alright.
You're trespassing.
I'm gone. Anyway, we finally managed to get 1 plaque. Anyway, I'm ending the episode here. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next week for episode 8. Have a nice day and take care of yourselves.